So 11 years before, in 2012 and February 18th, there was this um there was this series called The Haunting of Herobrine. So there's basically two people, Armin and Drake. They go ahead and look around, and the first night begins with a bit of a midnight snack. So they go ahead, they check and check until one person, Drake, found Herobrine by the vines. And he was clearly shocked about this happening, as I was too. I was shocked as hell as a kid. As a kid, I really thought Herobrine existed, but it was just another player as in creative mode in a Herobrine avatar. Anyways, before on, um, Armin didn't believe Drake. He thought he was just lying. He thought he was just too tired and all of that. So they went to sleep, and well, it became morning, and a lot of things have been going on strangely, like something around the house, like some glowing orbs around, like those glowing bottles, whatnot, and a piece of the stairs broken. They just suspect a lot of strange things happening around their house, and Drake thought it might have been Herobrine, but again, Armin doesn't believe in Drake because he thinks Herobrine is just a myth or whatnot. And then this is when night two comes by. Night two, the haunting, night two. This is where they suspect strange things from happening. And again, he suspects that Herobrine is back again, trying to haunt them. And so he tries to wake up Armin, and then he goes ahead and checks outside the window and sees nothing. So really, Drake thought Herobrine was there, but Armin thinks he's just crazy, or he thinks he's just hallucinating, thinking he's right there. Until then, he saw him, and Armin, well, he was gone. So Armin thought, probably this kid is crazy and whatnot. Then he goes to check outside. Well, nothing happens. But Drake was the only one who found Herobrine. That's when Armin finds out. Then they go to check outside and realize the doorway has been blocked, and a creeper with two wooden planks is spawned. And well, Armin and Drake decided to go like they try to do whatever they try to do. He was scared, Drake was scared, Armin was scared. They basically had nowhere or anywhere else to go, and basically it felt like they were trapped again. And they really didn't know what to do. Armin was scared, and Drake was scared, and I even was scared too. And then he goes in his armor just to fight off Herobrine. So he looks around, wanting to know where Herobrine went, and Drake went up to see if Herobrine is still here. So they go ahead and check around. They even went down to check if Herobrine also went down to the basement, aka where the mine is. The mine. So they check around thinking he might be there, but again, they didn't see him. They thought maybe he was in here in the basement, but he realized that he was not there. So, as a kid, I always wondered what Herobrine would do. He would always spawn, and it would kind of creep me out a bit because of Herobrine's powers, abilities, to do whatever. To do whatever. So they go back upstairs, they go ahead, and they just check around again. They think that Herobrine may be anywhere in this house. Armin Armin was still scared at this point. He said he didn't believe in Drake for a bit until he saw Herobrine out the window. So that leaves Armin to be confused and freaked out. And that's what happens. That's when Herobrine comes back to the broken window, and then Drake spots him, but then he goes back again, and then Armin sees him one more time, and he is right there. Herobrine tries to scare them, he tries to do whatever to hurt them or whatever. He just scares them completely. Completely scares the living crap out of Armin and you know who, Drake. Until they get hit, they realized that Herobrine is trying to fool them. But because they got hit, they were so scared. Drake just wanted to go back to the bed and just relax and just wait till Herobrine goes away. But Armin, he still wanted to defeat Herobrine, see if he can go away. Then it hits till morning, and that's when a little bit things cool down for a bit. They decided to make a plan instead to how to spawn Herobrine here and try to defeat him with their own armor and their own swords. So they decided to come up with a plan and started to think, how do we do this and how can we stop Herobrine from trying to murder us or haunt us? And basically Drake was like, we should spawn Herobrine in the basement. So that's when they decided to go to the basement again. Night 3 comes, Herobrine comes back around, he haunts them, scares them, does everything aggressive to them. Not aggressively, but just like scaring them at this point. Drake was even scared at this point. He didn't know what to do, but Armin was still with his plan. He decided to keep going at it. So, Armin goes back with Drake, and they decide to look around just to see where Herobrine is so they could attack and defeat him. They decided to go back to the basement, aka the mine, and realize a hole has been opened. Someone digged down there, but they don't know how. Because they haven't been clearly mining or literally doing anything for 3 days. 3 nights, actually. And then, well, they started to get scared because someone created the hole. But they don't know where it leads to, so they go inside to the hole. That's when they discovered a mine shaft appeared. A mine shaft, well, it apparently appeared. So that's when they thought maybe that's when Herobrine came. This is where Herobrine trapped them into thinking that they could find him here and trap him. But they didn't realize that they'd fallen into Herobrine's trap. So basically they were now stuck in this mine until, well, they had to find Herobrine. So they looked around and found a massive hallway downstairs. So Drake was a little bit scared of going down, but Armin just wanted to go ahead and kill Herobrine so that they can rest peacefully and go ahead and find some peace. Don't have to deal with Herobrine, and mostly just have some sleep. I used to laugh about this a bit as a kid, but I was still scared about seeing Herobrine for the first time. And now that I'm grown up, I just realized that it's just another player as Herobrine. I was just a confused kid after all. I didn't really think that was the actual Herobrine, but it was just a little movie thing. Well, this is a series, so continue. They find this massive black hole that leads to nowhere but to the void. And that's when they get trapped. This is when they're trapped. There's no blocks, there's no nothing. And the blockage, there's fire. The exit was covered in fire. So basically, there was no way out. And this is when the trap is activated. Basically, Herobrine wanted them trapped and wanted to kill them. But, well, that's when they realized they've fallen into a trap. That's when they find 3 diamond blocks, or 4 diamond blocks, I can't tell. But there are 4 diamond blocks. No, wait, 3 diamond blocks. 3 diamond blocks covered in 3 red torches. And that's when Herobrine spawns in. You see, people thought a gold block with netherite and I think gold blocks and a cobblestone with 4 torches and fire spawns Herobrine. But this is how they realized that Herobrine is spawned. Basically, he likes diamonds, and basically he likes red torches. Or that's what I thought as a little kid. So, 3 diamond ore blocks with 3 torches, and that's when they realized they really are trapped. They see that this is a Herobrine spawn. Someone spawned Herobrine. They would try to use blocks to cover the void, but since there was also Herobrine, he also light the whole place up. So meaning there was nothing or no way to go whatsoever. That's when Herobrine comes in, right there. He builds the blocks to block his path, and there's no way out. So that means Armin and Drake are completely dead and trapped. No matter what, they can't get out because there was now fire and a void. So basically, they were dead at this point. And this was the death of Armin. Drake had nowhere to go at this point. Without Armin, he was completely useless now. But then two apples fell down. Drake was a bit confused, and then he saw the fire, which led to a pathway. He didn't want to go, but he had nowhere else to do, nowhere else to go. So he just decided to go ahead, gets a bit burned, but still completes, and then goes to the hallway to find out it only leads to the void. And there was basically nowhere to go. It was all just a trap, nowhere to go, and he was just basically scared. So he comes back down, and there was nowhere else to go. He had no pickaxe, no blocks, no nothing. Absolutely nothing at this point. He was just all alone. Or was he? He sees 3 gravel blocks drop down. Then he gets a bit scared. And that's when you know.
Herobrine came in.
And that is the end. The death of Drake and Armin. Wow. Death. And there you have it. That was my first rant of my first nostalgic video. Anyways, if you guys want to see more of this, just comment down below. Let's see more nostalgic rants. And I will leave the video in the description so that you guys can see the episode yourself. Anyways, I hope you all had fun. And this has been Davian, signing out. Goodbye, everyone!